this. Yeah, I've been killing that, feeling that. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that, flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been killing that. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist, flicking that, flicking that wrist. Let me tell you about the young man. Matter of fact, I'ma let Push tell that. Take it about the old man.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Jets are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against the Seahawks' offense that wants to hang a big number on them. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This is Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, here's Henry. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. After the penalty, it's Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage?
And pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defense, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. Then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now come the Jets. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On second down, here's Wilson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Wilson now to throw on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he'll give it here to his running back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they'll go on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it again with Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here's the sneak with Wilson. He only needed a few inches. He didn't even get that. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56.
He'll try again with the arm here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's got room. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
All right, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a handoff looking right. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll throw now on the final play. And now another one thrown incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. New York set to take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. It's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll give it to him right up the gut. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Tighten up. Switch right.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Looking to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell, sell, sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. Like the feeling that they had going on offense, they want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it and make them do it again.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't follow. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is going to lose yardage here. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's a 1st down for the Jets. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. this feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Detroit, here we go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Seahawks, the win